What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So I have another urgent warning for many people because Americans need to know what is coming. Because if you thought that things were bad because of the pandemic, then just throw gas on that fire because that is what we have now. Currently, experts are warning people to be prepared, that we don't know what is to come. We don't know what's going to happen moving forward, but any additional sanctions on Russia could hurt the U.S. economy. We got issues with the supply chain. We also got the pandemic. We got a worker shortage, and we have inflation. But here's what's happened today. The White House announced today that they have steps that are focusing on long-term supply chain resilience. Now, here's the reason why this really matters. And I first want to touch on what is going to be done, and then I will address why this is so important. So here's what was announced today. We are going to be providing funding for the bipartisanship infrastructure law to move critical goods from ships to shelves faster and cheaper. We're also going to build on last year's American Rescue Plan and build towards a more competitive and resilient meat and poultry supply chain. We are going to expand access to capital for small manufacturers. And there are plans to issue a Buy American rule that would actually create a new category of critical products that will be eligible for enhanced price preferences. Now, there's more that goes into it, but I want to explain the reasoning behind this and why all this is so important because the recent events we have seen around the world. First, we saw supply chain disruptions from Canada when the Canadian trucker convoy was blocking the bridges. We are seeing major supply chain issues coming as a result of the Russian invasion into Ukraine. And we have the other issue is we got an American trucker convoy that is going from California to Washington, D.C. currently. And the problem is that we are already too late to fix many of these issues and the problems, especially that are rising immediately. So, why is this so important? Okay, the funding that is used to fix the long-term supply chain will take away from the immediate needs of our economy right now. Now, does this mean we shouldn't be investing and prioritizing the long-term supply chain? No. But this means that a lack of action over the past year has really hurt us. But with that said, officials stated today that because of the focus on supply chains, the U.S. is prepared to combat any disruptions that Russia's invasion of Ukraine would cause to the American people. We've also heard from the White House where they have stated that they are doing everything in their power to limit the hurt, the financial distress that rising gas prices are going to do to Americans. Just today, I decided I'm going to go fill up my car. So did that. But here's the thing. Many people don't have the money to fill up their entire gas tank, which is a huge issue. Other people have seen over the past couple of weeks, and really since January 1st, that the stock market has been selling off. So if you are using gains in the stock market to fund your lifestyle, to pay for homes or houses or cars or whatever, a vacation, chances are you're not doing that anymore because we've seen some substantial declines. So it is getting worse. And keep this in mind, okay? Fixing the supply chain, although that's great, we're gonna fix any disruptions that may happen. It's not going to be fixed overnight. It's going to take a while. And while all this is happening, we have the American trucker convoy, again, that started from California yesterday, is expected to make its way into Washington, D.C. by March 5th. We also know that experts are anticipating this trucker convoy will slow down distribution and could potentially cause massive delays in deliveries over the next few weeks. Remember, we've already seen a shortage of truckers. We don't have more truckers than are needed. We have less. And any active trucker that is partaking in this convoy will be missing work. So, experts are saying things are going to slow down, not speed up. Now, with the recent issues that we are seeing, experts anticipate that the worst is yet to come. That too many people said the potential Russian invasion of Ukraine wouldn't impact us at all here in the US. But it has, and it will. Inflation is already expected to go up. And the reason is because with this issue in Russia, okay, any move by the Federal Reserve, it has to be limited. So seeing an aggressive Fed rate hike at this time is currently said to be off the table. Not going to happen. Guess what? The Federal Reserve and that rate hike was pretty much the straw that was going to bring down inflation. What happens now? What happens? Well, according to reports, we are stuck with high inflation and we are going to have to learn to live with it. So what does this mean? Well, if we see major delays due to the trucker convoy, inflation is likely to go up even higher. And guess what? We won't be able to do much to stop it. And this is why experts say that now is the time to fix your finances. Get your finances in order. Cancel subscriptions that you don't absolutely need. Save money when you can. Stop eating out. Eat in. Get a second job if possible. Reduce your expenses. Get rid of bad debt. Look in long-term, or really lock in long-term debt. And be prepared over the next month or so for changes. Because this is what President Biden said today. President Biden said, we will see what happens over the next month. And if President Biden is waiting 1 month just to see, expect things to get progressively better or progressively worse over time. The expectation at this point is things are not going to get better. Things will get progressively worse before they get better. So here's what I want to tell you. Right now, many people wonder, what should I do? And I said this before and I will say it again. One of the things that I am doing personally is I am preparing for the worst. If you prepare for the worst, but at least expect the best, hopefully things will come out okay. Now, here's one piece of advice that I have for you guys. We are going to see on the news, and I'm going to be a culprit of this as well. We're going to see on the news that the sky is falling, that what's happening in Russia, or in Ukraine is going to impact us here on U.S. soil. It is. This is going to impact us. And what you're going to see is these stories all over the news and all these people telling you do this, do that. And here's what I want to say. I said this again yesterday as well. Is you know your situation better than anybody else. So if that's the case, listen to yourself. Take input from other people. Take advice from other people. But then decide on your own what is best for you and your family. Because right now, the one thing that is certain is that these are uncertain times. That is it. All right. So I just want to provide you with this urgent warning because a lot of people just need to hear that, yeah, things are potentially going to get much worse. But how much worse do they get? That we don't know. One thing I do know is as things get worse, more people are going to struggle. And as more people struggle with high inflation, currently, our government does not have the support, does not have the numbers to pass additional stimulus and additional relief. So with that said, if you are banking on the U.S. government to help you get out of the rut or hole that you are in, chances are it's just not going to happen. That's why you need to take it upon yourself to fix your finances. So if you have any questions whatsoever, you can always ask your questions down in the comment section below. Just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.